All right, everybody. I am back with a brand new DCU update to finish out the week. And if there's more information over the weekend that gets released, I will do yet another video. I like having the ability to do these daily and keep you guys apprised of all of the things that are being posted out on the interwebs and what is going on. All right, so these are going to be presented in no particular order, because I show them in the order that I grab them. And if you haven't already, like the video, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you will be notified when I have new videos go up. All right, let's take a look at some of these photos. So the first one here, this is a rumor, but it says Superman Legacy will reportedly pit the Man of Steel against a recast incarnation of Lex Luthor. Superman Legacy reportedly introduces a new Lex Luthor for the DCU. Well, I think that's pretty much a given since everything is being rebooted that they would have a new individual in the role of Lex Luthor. All right, let's see what else we've got. Okay, so, everybody has been, not everybody, but a lot of people have been asking me about HBO Max and what they are doing. So this is changing. HBO Max is going to be changing in May, and they're going to have basically 3 tiers. And I think some of this is ridiculous. They're going to have Max Ad Lite, which is $9.99 a month, and it's 2 concurrent streams, 1080p HD resolution, no offline downloads. Now, with what's going on, I may just move to that plan. I'm doing the $15.99 a month now. I may stay with $15.99 simply because it's ad-free. But content-wise, there's no difference between the two. Just the first one will have ads. The second tier is $15.99 a month. You can also do yearly plans, which do save you a little bit of money, basically 2 months' worth of payments. You're allowed to have, again, 2 concurrent streams, up to 1080p HD, up to 30 offline downloads. Now, right now, currently, let's talk about this because I have HBO Max. It is currently $16 a month, and it actually has 4K. It has 4K streams, 4K Ultra HD resolution. So I'm going to be paying more for less, which I am not happy about. Then they have the Max Ultimate ad-free, which is $20 a month. You can have 4 concurrent streams, 4K Ultra HD resolution, and 100 offline downloads. The offline downloads don't concern me at all, but again, you can save a couple of months' worth of payments if you do the yearly fee. All right, so here is another rumor about Superman in the DCU. A Superman vs. the Authority movie is said to be in development, which follows the events of upcoming DCU projects Superman Legacy and the Authority. This is a story that has been just been making the rounds for several months now. It's talked about a lot, and that is a great shot of Superman right there. So this is another one of those stories that probably is going to be true based on everything we've heard. Now, following up with the HBO Max story, this is really interesting. They just came out and said that they're going to call it Max, introducing Max, which I think is dumb. I don't know why they don't just keep HBO Max. But now they're saying that they were looking at alternatives, maybe just calling it Warner, WB, or HBO, before ultimately sticking with Max. I still think HBO needs to be in there, or WB Max, one of the two. Just saying Max, that could be anything. I think that is really bizarre, as a matter of fact. All right, now here's another rumor that's been floating around by several different people, and I've seen it in more places than just one, and I do believe this is where we're going to be headed. Andy Muschietti, who is directing the Flash film, is set to direct The Brave and the Bold, and there's also rumors out there that Vaughn is going to be possibly doing Matthew Vaughn is going to be doing the Authority film, which I probably believe both of these are probably going to be true. But again, Gunn hasn't announced anything specifically just yet. But everything, related to the Flash, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the hate for some of the stuff that got released for the Flash today here in a few minutes. But everything is pointing towards The Flash being a moderate to big hit, and that is due to Andy Muschietti himself. And I do believe that he will probably be in there to do this. So I'm betting this is true. But just to be clear, I'm saying this could be true. I'm not saying it's a fact. Maybe I should put a disclaimer on my video. Yeah, forget it. All right, now here's what's been floating around the internet today. There's been a lot of rumors about casting, this, that, and the other, and it says James Gunn addresses speculation that Breaking Bad star Aaron Paul is in talks to join the DCU. I clicked on this link, I read through the article, and basically what it is people said he was up for a role in Booster Gold, and James Gunn came out and said he really likes the actor Aaron Paul, and he is a fantastic actor, but that they have had no talks about him joining the DCU. All right, now before I get to going back on screen and talking about some stuff, I wanted to show you something that was very interesting. So Variety, and this has to do a little bit with the MCU, but this shows you the kind of hate that I'll get on something like Twitter. And Variety posted an article the other day that said, basically it's just males who hate females, and they're the ones that are making the MCU look bad. And I said it really has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the fact that basically Marvel and Disney have turned their back on the male fans and are going in a completely different direction. And I was called misogynistic, all kinds of sick and twisted things. And someone posted here, male fan here, I can't wait. You're just a misogynistic, gatekeeper with 4 likely terrified and abused daughters. Now look at that. Somebody called me an incel, that I would never be married. Somebody even said I had a hard time dating. And I said, sure, I've had a hard time dating because I've been happily married for 26 years. And someone comes on, they see you post something, and I don't parade my family around social media. Some of these people were even going to my profile and pulling out stuff that had nothing to do with the conversation in an attempt to intimidate me. I didn't even post anything hateful. I didn't post anything disgusting. I don't attack people directly. But people like this came out, and he said, with 4 likely terrified and abused daughters who will eventually stop talking to you. How lovely is that? And I will tell you that this individual had at least 1 like. I wouldn't be surprised if he liked it himself. But he, by the time I stopped looking at this, and after I had responded, he already had like a dozen likes on this. I mean, who's going to like that? So I said hardly, and I said, it's pretty disgusting you make comments about child abuse. You are a sick and twisted individual. You spew hate. And that's what most people do on Twitter. I don't know how much I'm going to do on Twitter except post. I don't think I'm going to even go anywhere else and make comments, because it's just a bunch of disgusting people that come out and go after people. Luckily, there were a few people that came to my defense with this. This was one of the most disgusting comments left on there. All right, so let's get back on track here with the DC stuff. I may start pulling some of the hate that I see online on occasion and posting it here. And it's funny, a lot of people mentioned, and I got this from more than one person, and they've even made comments in my video that, you can't really see my eyebrows. I have actually really blonde hair. And if I don't put anything in my hair, it's blonde. And sometimes you can't even see my eyebrows. So I'm not shaving my eyebrows off. I just think people are freaking hilarious. They'll find anything to criticize you about, which is hilarious. And honestly, I find that stuff amusing. Somebody pulled out something I posted on McDonald's account. They posted this picture of this new chicken sandwich that they have. It's this bacon ranch chicken sandwich, which their food looks nothing like it does in the video. And they made a comment on there about, pickles don't look like what they showed in their video. Somebody on that post I did actually took a screenshot of it and posted it over in the other conversation. And I'm like, do you really think you're trying to intimidate me? Because intimidation doesn't work on me. It's just really hilarious how these people on the internet behave. There is so much hate out there. I've never seen anything like it since I've joined social media. But again, I digress. Let's get back to the DC stuff here. So I want to address The Flash here. So right now there's a lot of hate for The Flash, and I am not ready to completely write this movie off, okay? Originally, I think the original version was going to be way worse than what we may get because it was going to basically erase a lot of what Snyder had started. And I'm not sure they're going to go that route anymore. Like, nobody really knows what the ending of the movie is. And here in about a week and a half, it is going to premiere. And in 11 days, we're going to get a new trailer. Now, since then, there have been some videos, some short, like 10-second commercials that are posted, and people are doing videos and reviewing 10-second clips. I'm not going to be doing that. I don't do my channel just to throw stuff up to get a bazillion views a day. I'm actually trying to bring real information to people, and I don't want to fluff it up. And so I'm not going to do a review on every little thing that comes out. But what people are doing with these 10-second clips, there's several of them, they're taking pictures and really going to town on Twitter with the pictures. Just nothing but hate, complaining about the visual effects, complaining about, the look of the cowl. And here's my take on this. Yes, there's a certain group of people that are just going to automatically hate anything that's not the Snyderverse. And that is not me. I am very much a Snyder fan. I want his story to continue, and I will champion restoring the Snyderverse. But he can't have his hand in everything. And if Andy Muschietti makes a good film, I'm going to tell you after I see it. And I'm hoping it's a good film. There's no guarantee it's going to be. But I can't tell you how many times I've seen something in trailers and then it is presented very differently in the movie and looks way better than what you might have seen in a screenshot. Screenshots are not very good representations. I mean, I could take screenshots of the video that I do here. And, I used to do thumbnails of me in the studio, and it was off in the corner of my thumbnails. And sometimes, I'd go through, and there were just shots that were terrible, but look normal when you're just filming it. And that's the way film is. I don't think single screenshots are going to be representative of what the film is. And I, for one, it's the only movie coming out that I'm actually looking forward to seeing from the DC slate. And so I am looking forward to that film. And, people can hate on it, but I think it's unjust. We need to see what's in it first. Now, a lot of people are going to come at me and say, well, you're not giving Gunn a chance. Well, see, I don't know Andy Muschietti. I haven't seen him do any other DC properties. What I do know about James Gunn is what he's done for DC. And to give you two examples, I saw The Suicide Squad the day it was released on HBO Max. Thought it was mildly entertaining. Had full frontal nudity, had some disgusting juvenile jokes in it. I did not appreciate the tone of the film, but, it was okay. Then I rewatched it, a few weeks ago and absolutely hated it. It's worse than my initial viewing. On top of that, we had Peacemaker, and at the end of Peacemaker, he totally disrespected the DC characters with the fish jokes and the Batman and poop jokes or not Batman, but Superman and poop jokes and other stuff. It was just juvenile and stupid, and this is how he treats DC characters. So do I have faith that he is going to treat Superman and give him the respect he deserves? No, I don't. And I base that on stuff I've already seen. I don't want to see any more from James Gunn. I just don't. So that's kind of where I stand on that whole thing. All right, I do appreciate the support. As more information gets released, I will be doing subsequent videos. I do appreciate it. We'll see you on the next video.